I was someone that was lucky enough to get successful pre-orders on my Xbox Series X and my PlayStation 5, but I know if I hadn't, I'd definitely be someone who was trying to get their hands on the next generation of consoles. I mean, you've got such hyped up games like Cyberpunk 2077 launching, plus as a content creator, having these consoles means a lot to the channel. I've been lucky enough to be able to live stream Spider-Man Miles Morales here, I've been live streaming Demon Souls, I'll probably live stream Valhalla at some point, but if you're trying to buy one of these new consoles from scalpers, please be careful because there's some seriously scummy stuff going on that a lot of them are resorting to doing, like selling pictures of PlayStation 5's and empty boxes. And some of the scalpers at this point have more stock than companies like Walmart and Best Buy. I mean, they've got thousands of consoles that they are getting desperate to sell. So I have a couple of different articles that I want to reference. The first one is from BusinessInsider.com. One reseller group snagged nearly 3,500 PlayStation 5 consoles, and the resale market might be the only place to score one after it sold out everywhere online. We're not talking about like 5 groups of resellers or 10 groups of resellers. We're talking about a single group of resellers who got nearly 4,000 PlayStation 5s. These PlayStation 5s could be used currently by people who want to actually play games, not sitting in a warehouse collecting dust. But this article says the PlayStation 5 launched this week in Europe and the UK, and customers encountered many of the same issues they faced in the United States. The console was sold out near instantly at most retailers. Now again, this is due to people just shifting business to online. People don't want to go to physical stores because of COVID-19. They don't want to wait in line. Plus, we also have product shortages because of COVID. But unfortunately, when it comes to online sales, you not only have people who really genuinely want the products, but you also have people who are using bots to get as many as they can, as quickly as they can. So apparently the manager of one of these bot groups told Business Insider that his group is responsible for thousands of PlayStation 5 purchases headed for resale. Now, with the last generation of consoles, there was definitely a lot of people doing pretty shady things with scalping as many consoles as they could, but I mean, let's just look at the new graphics cards. Bots purchased all of them in under 2 minutes after launch. Getting tech right now is extremely rough, but supporting these scalpers just makes them continue to do what they're doing, and they continue to use these bots and resell consoles for an extremely high price, which leads to potentially scummy situations just like this one. So the PlayStation 5 eBay scams now include photos of the console and empty boxes. So basically, if you go to eBay and you don't carefully read through the listing and you just kind of skim it, you're like, this sounds legitimate, the price is legitimate, you could potentially be getting a literal picture of the console and empty boxes not containing it. I mean, these scammers are going out of their way to get as many sales as they can, and they probably know ultimately that eBay would take action against them, but do they really care? No, because they'll just create another account. I'm sure that they don't have all of their listings on one account. They probably have them on many different accounts. So PlayStation 5 eBay scams have been rife since the console's launch, with misleading listings featuring photos of the console for sale or empty boxes. But the auction site has announced plans to tackle the problem. Of course, eBay doesn't want this type of stuff happening on their platform. Yeah, they want people selling and purchasing things, but they also don't want consumers getting outright scammed. Of course, they're going to take action against this. It's not very surprising, but, you know, there's only so much that they can do, unfortunately, because scammers are going to just make another fake account, post their fake listings. So they're going to try their best, which is great to hear, but unfortunately, these scammers are very crafty a lot of the time. So it says, checking on eBay now on November 30th, you can see a multitude of suspicious listings, including photos of the console as well as empty cardboard boxes. There are even listings attempting to get donations towards purchasing a PlayStation 5. While posts do state in the description what you receive, it is not clear if bidders are aware that they're spending $6,000 £1,000 on a photo of a PlayStation 5. This is the unfortunate situation, is that the title would be clear and say like PlayStation 5 in box or PlayStation 5 boxed, whatever the case may be, but then in the description, in little tiny words, it would say empty box. They'd hide it in like their whole spiel about you purchasing a PlayStation 5 and what the PlayStation 5 has to offer. They'd try to kind of squeeze it in so that hopefully if you're just skimming the listing, you won't see that it literally says empty box. eBay said, "We condemn these opportunistic sellers who are attempting to mislead other users. We are in the process of removing all listings for photos of PS5s from our marketplace and will be taking appropriate action against these sellers. And it's a positive step that eBay is taking relatively swift action against scammers, although there are still several listings up at the time of publication. It is going to be very difficult for them to take down all of these fake listings. People are just going to create other fake accounts. They're just going to list them on these fake accounts, but they've always been pretty proficient when it comes to banning and getting rid of these resellers, these scalpers, these scummy scammers, but it is going to be difficult for them to tackle all of them in like 1 day or 2 days. So if you guys are purchasing PlayStation 5s or Xboxes, whatever the case may be, if you are purchasing anything online, please just be careful. If you're not buying from a Walmart or a Best Buy, please read descriptions very, very carefully, because these people are doing anything they can to make a dime off of people's unhappiness. It's pathetic, but they don't care as long as they're moving product and making their money back. But let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like and share it on Twitter, social media, Discord, whatever it may be. People need to be aware of scammers literally selling pictures of a console and empty boxes. But if you didn't like the video, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.